Dragon Ball Z. Being this is my first video on this channel, I thought it was fitting to start with my favorite show to this day. Today, we're diving into the arc that started it all for me, the Saiyan Saga. Disclaimer, I'm only going over the Kai version since DBZ has filler episodes, and also I've never watched the full series of Z besides clips. Before we get started, here's a little introduction. I got introduced to DBZ through DBZ Budokai Tenkaichi, I think 2? I'm not sure, I was really young when I played it, but I do remember it had Trunks holding a sword on the cover, which at the time I thought that was the coolest thing. Anyways, me and my two brothers got the game from my older cousin, and we would play each other all day. After a few weeks playing, I specifically remember the Kai series was going to start airing on TV, which seems like a bit of a coincidence looking back at it now. And here's where the story starts. The Saiyan Saga kicks off with the arrival of Raditz, Goku's long-lost brother. It's a mind-blowing revelation that, at the time, I didn't really understand since I just met these characters and I never heard of the original series, but this sets the stage for an epic showdown between Goku, Raditz, and Piccolo. Raditz kidnaps Gohan, forcing Goku to make a life-changing decision that literally costs him his life. As a kid, I've never seen a fight like the Raditz one, so I was already hooked, waiting every week for the new episode and hated hearing the "Hey, it's me, Goku!" since it would mean the end of the episode. Even though seeing Goku run on Snake Way for what felt like 1,000 episodes back then was crazy to me, but binge watching it now, it's a lot better. Now let's talk about the Z fighters. Piccolo, Krillin, Tien, Yamcha, Gohan, and Chaozu. Growing up, I always respected Piccolo, but I hated Krillin and Kid Gohan, since Krillin just looked weak and stay taking L's, and Gohan in this saga was annoying. This man had one job. He just had to finish the combo Piccolo and Krillin already started. But what does he do? He hides behind a rock. I'm not gonna lie, this was crazy to me. No way you spent like a year training to not even throw a punch the entire fight. Anyways, I didn't know much about Tien, Yamcha, and Chaozu, although I thought Yamcha was Goku's brother, and I had no clue what Chaozu was. To be honest, I still don't, but they put up a valiant fight against Vegeta and Nappa, even though they all die besides Krillin and Gohan. Witnessing the Z fighters push their limits is nothing short of incredible. Piccolo's final stand against Nappa and saving Gohan, Krillin's reaction to Yamcha dying, and Tien's fierce attacks. All of it sets the dark tone that there's no hope of them winning this fight, despite all of them giving it their all. Finally, Goku shows up and discards of Nappa quickly. Seeing this had me so hyped as a kid. I thought he was finna do the same thing to Vegeta, but little did I know, Vegeta was as strong as him. Goku and Vegeta end up going off to a different location and do their iconic poses. The dialogue in this scene sets up an overdog versus underdog type vibe, with Goku saying, "Besides, even a lower class outclass can surpass an elite if he puts his mind to it." The fight begins and it's literally the best animated fight I've ever seen, with Goku struggling to beat Vegeta face to face, to Goku using Kaioken to turn the odds, and finally the Kamehameha versus Gallic Gun. One of the best fights in the entire series to this day. I thought Goku won after that, but Vegeta turns into a great ape and Goku is almost out of energy and can barely get away. During the chase, Goku figures out that the monster that killed Grandpa Gohan was him all along. And honestly, I love this moment even more after going back and watching the original series. Back then, this line flew right over my head. But Goku starts his Spirit Bomb, but gets caught while making it. That's when Gohan, Krillin, and Yajirobe bail Goku out and they end up defeating Vegeta after Vegeta's tail gets cut off. The Spirit Bomb being shot at him, and Gohan lands on him as a great ape, which honestly, I don't know how this man didn't die from all that. And although Krillin was going to finish the job himself, Goku tells him not to, and Vegeta ends up escaping, ending the saga. The Saiyan Saga delivers a perfect blend of thrilling action, character development, and epic moments, while also being sad or depressing in the early portion, but all of it keeps you on the edge of your seat. Dragon Ball Z Kai was made to capture the essence of the original series while refining it with enhanced visuals, tightened pacing, and, in my opinion, better dialogue and voice acting. It's truly a treat for both new and longtime fans. Growing up, I loved the Saiyan Saga, but as I watched the rest of the arcs, it got overshadowed and almost forgotten about since it didn't have the Super Saiyan or any other crazy transformations. But rewatching it, I find that it's very underrated and one of the best arcs in the series. Just not my favorite, we'll get to that one later. And that wraps up the Saiyan Saga in Dragon Ball Z. It's been an exhilarating journey through power, transformation, and intense battles. If you haven't already seen it, I highly recommend experiencing the saga for yourself. It's a Dragon Ball adventure like no other. I might make a recap for the saga, but don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time.